the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Iowa Speedway for the 2-cent single 125. A little bit of a late start here. You gotta love the technology when it works, race fans. And then, well, when it doesn't, you pull your hair out and you start to look like me with no hair. But tonight, it is round number 4 here for the 2-cent single 125 here from this, well, is oval in the middle of a cornfield. It's like the Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. And that's right, we're here with the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series here tonight with Red Light Racing as 24 drivers are ready to go battling it out here. James Skelton's picked up 2 wins this season. Jeffrey Souza's picked up 1, and that leads us here to the 4th race of the season. And well, what do you say we head trackside already to get that starting lineup? Starting on the pole here tonight, it's the man that they call the 2-cent single, Mr. Shanika Single. Sean Single will snag the pole here tonight. To the outside, it'll be that Rev Esports, number 61, out of Florida. It'll be Dalton Williamson. How about the driver out of South Carolina, car number 86? That'll be James Skelton. He'll go from P3. To the outside of row number 2, then it'll be car number 2 of Michael Trevarthen, and then the number 62 of Ethan Troutman will roll from 5th. 6th spot, another great starting spot for car number 18 of Trent Potter. He'll roll from the 6th spot. How about car number 6? This driver is Chris Hammett. He'll roll from 7th. 8th here tonight, the Storm from the North hasn't picked up a win just yet, but Max is getting ready here in Corn Country. He'll start 8th. Zach Mitchell in car number 8 will start back into the 9th starting spot. And how about Mr. Confusion? He's confused. He's car number 22. He's here on a Monday night. That's AJ Hamill. He'll start into the 10th spot. How about the Feeney Call, the Beefy Motorsports entry? That will be Brendan Feeney. He'll start into the 11th spot. And the guy that's not the pro, that is the pro, that's an amateur golfer that swings the club, well, like it's a baseball bat. How about Tim Combs, car number 17? He'll roll from 12th. 13th on the grid here tonight. It's the guy that's retiring. That's right. Congratulations to Richard Murdoch and his service to the armed forces here in the United States of America. Thank you, Mr. Murdoch. And your start 13th. 14th on the call, car number 90. That's going to be Bill Benedict III. He'll start 14th. Ryan O'Donnell, car number 98. He'll go from 15th. TJ Henson back again. He'll start 16th. Jeffrey Souza picked up a win. He's a champion. He'll go from 17th. And how about Yankello? That is right. Anthony Yankello in car number 79 will go from the 18th starting spot. How about Marco? Car 99. He'll start 19th. And the Buckster, Joshua Buckley, starting back in 20th. And that's Bruce Potter, car number 59, starting 21st. 22nd will go to Rob Higgins. Bob Higgins back in 23rd. He was 10th in practice. Look for him to work his way to the front. And the driver that'll start, well, last here tonight, he was at the Metallica concert. That's going to be Tony Strano. Strano will start shotgun to the field here. That is 24 cars here tonight in the 2-cent single. 125 here from Iowa. Race fans, thanks for joining us here tonight in the cornfields. We're ready to go racing when we come out of turn number 4 this time. 24 drivers, round number 4 here tonight. You got the tailgaters for the first time here on the Speedway. We've seen the Generation 4 Cup car. We've seen the current Generation Cup car. We've seen the Xfinity machines. And now it's the time to go tailgating with the Craftsman Truck Series here tonight. Green flag is underway here in Iowa. Look at Williamson wasting no time down to the bottom side of the speedway. Shonica single, trying to keep the momentum wound up on the high side here tonight. Any high side hustle here for lap number 1. Williamson, though, down to the inside there. Got a little loose off the corner at the line. Shonica single will have it. So Shonica single leading lap number 1. Williamson, though, down to the bottom side, not going away, keeping that 61 there. Now he'll have to give way on the exit of turn 2. It'll be all Shonica single out front here in the Cartoon Network. Battle now is back here between the 18 of Trent Potter and Max Terriel. Terriel down to the inside there in the all-black, number 42. Good to see him back there in a regular paint scheme. We like that we got to see him in a throwback last week, but now it's great. That 42 is black with the MK on it, and that's exactly what we've seen Max for years and years in that machine and dominate. 3 laps in the books, and it is single. Williamson, Trevarthen, Skelton, and Terriel. A little bit deeper into the field back here. There you see the 0-1 of Richard Murdoch. He's in a tightly contested battle here with T.J. Henson. Henson working the bottom side just behind Murdoch and Henson. It's Souza and Reinald Donnie. They are battling also side by side. There you see the Turbo Dork Radical Paints of Reinald Donnie. Drivers all battling just outside the top 10 here in the early portions of this one. The Iowa Speedway was just paved recently, but that is not what we have here tonight. We have the old track here tonight at Iowa, the bumpy track at Iowa. Some of these drivers said it's like driving, well, through a cornfield. And I said, well, that's kind of convenient, isn't it? It's here in Iowa. See, everybody, they started to migrate themselves back down to the bottom side of the speedway. All drivers still out here tonight on the racetrack. 5 laps officially in the books. Joshua Buckley in a battle here. That is the Kubota number 40. The Kubota, oh, we're right. Reinald Donnie, where are you going? You cannot go to the infield, Ryan. Ryan got that truck loose up off of turn number 4, losing a bunch of positions. He was, I believe, when I remember right, he was in the 15th spot. Now he's back to 19th, just trying to hold on to the top 20. That truck still does not look like it is up to full song and dance this time out of turn 4. Smooth, easy on it, like he's got an egg underneath it. Joshua Buckley did make the pass. That is Tony Strano to the outside. There you see car number 3. Car, truck, I believe they're all the same, if I'm not mistaken. Right, 4 wheels, an engine. So currently Reinald Donnie back to running 20th now. Zach Mitchell in the Rich DPC's number 8, trying to get around Brandon Feeney. Feeney's got some normal colored rims on his number 38 here tonight at Iowa. Surprised he didn't go with green for the cornfields. Just taking a quick gander at it. I had my notes here, and I didn't have the Feeney call written on here. How about it? Brendan Feeney up to 59. 59 episodes on the Feeney call. He started that podcast a year ago, and he stuck with it, trying to bring a little light to the grassroots racers that they have. Of course, the Feeney call is the white flag sponsor here on Monday night. Brendan Feeney's got Morgan Moore coming up here. So Morgan Moore will be episode number 59 on the Feeney call. Feeney got the call. He's running inside the top 10 right now as he just got around the number 18. That is Trent Potter. Zach Mitchell was not able to make anything happen. Just behind them, that is Bill Benedict III and Richard Murdoch running 14th with Jeffrey Souza running into the 15th position. The driver that has been on the move since the drop of the green flag, though, he drives truck number 3. There you see the Victory Junction draft top entry number 3. The driver that was just at the Metallica concert. He's picked up 5 spots. That is Tony Strano. DJ Henson having some problems. DJ down to the bottom there. He just took a little bit of a ride. Let's take a look back. They have that one already queued up. They said they were watching it. It's exactly what happened to Ryan O'Donnell just a couple of laps ago, but O'Donnell was able to hold on to her and not wind up down there in the AstroTurf. You see him come back out onto the speedway. Back to the front of the field. It is a 4-truck breakaway here tonight at Iowa. We are 14 laps in the books. Here comes James Skelton. He'll look to the inside of the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. As he looks to the inside, so did Dalton Williamson that time off turn 4, but was not able to do anything with it. They come by the stripe. They're complete another lap. Now the 86 has the advantage down here in turns 1 and 2, and it looks like he may be able to get the Cayman Boats entry number 86 in front of that number 2, and he does. He'll clear him off of turn 2. So as James Skelton picks up 1 position, the top 4 drivers are running exactly where they started. Sean Single on the pole here tonight with Williamson in 2nd, Skelton in 3rd, and Michael Trevarthen into the 4th position. Max Terriel is just back there running into the 5th spot right now. There you see the number 42. He's picked up 3 spots since the drop of the green flag, and right behind him, that is Chris Hammett. Ethan Troutman running a little bit farther back. There you see the Mike's Deviled Eggs, number 62. He's back here running in 7th. He's dropped 2 spots since the drop of the green flag, and I was looking at the number 22 there, and I was thinking to myself, who is truck number 22? I'm confused on it already. That's actually A.J. Hamill, race fans, if you did not know that. That is A.J. the Confusion Hamill. He's here. Normally number 18. This year, number 22, late entry into the series. Zach Mitchell is back to trying to battle with the number 38 of Brandon Feeney. How about Feeney? A couple of years ago, Brandon Feeney, we saw him with the Canadian Ontario Legends Series here on iRacing that we got to do on the Turn 3 Racing Network. A bunch of good drivers out of Canada. No, Feeney going to brush it up against the outside wall. Feeney was running Legends up in Ontario, Canada. They came here during COVID to iRacing. That's where I got to meet Brandon Feeney, and since then, Feeney has come a long way as an iRacer, along with his racing career up there in Canada. Going to lose a couple spots there as we talk about him, but he'll be right back to the top spots here as there it is. We're looking for Feeney to go to the top spots, but look at the battle for the top spots here now. Single, Skelton, Williamson all under the blanket here. They've started to drive away from Michael Trevarthen. It was a 4-truck breakaway. Now it's a 3-truck breakaway, and they're almost 3 wide racing. Down through 1 and 2, and oh, hold on to her, Mr. Williamson. Williamson was a little bit of wish-washy that time out of turn 2, but he gathered it up. Going to lose a spot there to the number 86 of James Skelton. Skelton trying to go to the point here in this one. It'll be Single, Skelton, Williamson across the line, Terriel, and Trevarthen. The top 5 drivers here have we completed 20 laps tonight. That's how they were that time by the line, but will they be that way again? Because here comes that 86 just kind of bottom feeding like a catfish. Skelton with a little bit of a slip that time off the turn 4. Wasn't able to keep the momentum down, but Single was. And you talk about the name here tonight, the 2-cent Single 125 here from Iowa. Well, that all started with these 2 drivers that are battling for the race lead. It's almost like a Denny Hamlin, Ross Chastain situation here. When they're around each other, they hate each other. And I have to make sure we just keep that close eye on the battle right now. It is going to be Sean Single getting the best of James Skelton for the time being. But Skelton rolls that middle through the corner so well. The problem is he just cannot get off of turn number 4 here. Look, he'll go back down to the bottom. He'll pull even in the center of the corner. And off the exit of turn 4, you just see the momentum carry that 11 back around. That time Skelton up the track a little bit. Going to try and point that truck from center off. See, let's see the run down the back straightaway. Nothing having it there. He'll fall in, and now he'll try to go top shelf racing. This new tire model and the dynamic track here on iRacing showing us that you can have 2 3 lanes of racing. Skelton with a great run that time off turn 4. He'll cross over, move down to the bottom side, and that number 86. This time it looks like he's going to be able to clear up off of turn number 2. New race leader here on lap number 25. 25 in the books. It'll be 100 left here tonight. So now will James Skelton be able to run away and hide with this one? Probably just a handful of laps, looking at possibly 10 to 15 laps away from making a green flag pit stop here with the series. As you see the top 3 now, Skelton, Single, Williamson, Terrill, Hammett. Fastest truck onto the speedway last time by, though, that was going to be James Skelton. So Skelton still setting a blistering pace. He's only fallen off, well, I say only. It's a calm, cool 1 second is what these drivers have slowed from their fast time here on the opening laps. Max Terrill back there running in 4th. He got around Michael Trevarthen. Trevarthen has actually fallen all the way back into the 6th spot. So the tires have gone away on that Ford F-150. We talked about Feeney having some weird colored. Oh, hang on to her. Zach Mitchell trying to work his way through the field, and that truck was a little bit out of control. We're about to comment on Michael Trevarthen's rims. We'll come back to that a little bit later into the show here tonight. Got a long way to go. You may think 125 laps is not a lot of laps. It is a long race, though, for a lot of these drivers. You see these drivers, they are all sorts of slipping around here tonight at Iowa. A very abrasive track. We thought Darlington last week had a lot of character and a lot of wear and tear on the tires. Iowa, the same thing. There you see Feeney falling back a spot to Souza, and right behind them is Tim Combs, the not-so-professional golfer. He's got the Busch Light paint scheme on that number 17 here tonight. Played in that golf tournament the other week. I talked about it last place, asked Tim for some pointers. He told me just drink a couple more Busch Lights. Well, I played on Sunday before the torrential downpours here in the Northeast, and let me tell you, I played much better by myself than I play in a scramble. I must put too much pressure on myself. And I only had 1 Bud Light. Didn't get any Busch Light. They didn't have them at the golf course. No cart girls. Tim told me one of the best things about being on the out there, though, is the cart girls at the golf courses, so I try to believe him in everything he says. A.J. Hamill trying to hold off Zach Mitchell. And the number 18 of Trent Potter. Oh, slipped there by the number 22 of A.J. Hamill. I thought the 8 of Zach Mitchell was just about to be there to the outside quarter panel. Look at that 8 run the outside lane. Such a good run that time through turn 3 and 4 for the number 8 of Zach Mitchell. He'll be able to clear 2 for 1 down the front straightaway. He'll get A.J. Hamill. He'll get Trent Potter. Now the question is, can he continue to keep that forward momentum going? Did Jeffrey Souza just see what he did? Will he be able to follow suit? There, look at the focus on the number 4. Look at the hands here for Jeffrey Souza. Smooth. See Souza down working the bottom side of the speedway. He'll be able to get around A.J. Hamill. He'll clear up out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Set his sights now as Souza is into the top 10. 7 spots gained here early for Jeffrey Souza. There's your race leaders down the back straightaway. Let's pick up the battle back here for the 12th position. There they go. Murdoch to the inside. Brandon Feeney trying to run the way absolute fence line here tonight. You know, we talked about Brandon Feeney and his racing adventures up in Canada and here on iRacing. The one thing I told Feeney he's got to do is he's got to get behind the wheel of a dirt car up there in Canada. Feeney's persona that he carries himself, I believe the dirt side of things would pay off very nicely. It's a little bit cheaper, I would say, in my eyes, too. You see Feeney with a crossover attempt here out of turn number 4. Slid the tires just a little bit as he tried to lay the power down. So Feeney will fall back a spot into the 14th spot as Murdoch now puts himself back to 13th. That's exactly where he started here tonight. So Murdoch trying to work himself forward. Rhino Donnie trying to, well, pick up a couple spots. He was as far down, I believe, as 21st. He's now back to 20th here for Rhino Donnie. Rhino Donnie also is on a new, well, what's that fancy saying they say, the shiny thing? Yeah, that's right. Rhino Donnie's got his own podcast out there these days. It's called The Shiny Things. You can find The Shiny Things over on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, and iHeart Radio Podcast. It's about what's on his mind. It's the shiny thing in his mind that's got his attention. Maybe it's something that also has caught your attention. How about you check out The Shiny Things? So the shiny thing now for him is that he is up into the 19th position. That's because pit road is about to become busy. The first truck to come down the Skyline Motorsports number 79 of Anthony Yankello, the driver out of Pennsylvania, making his rookie campaign here this season with Red Light Racing. He'll be the first one to come to pit road. He'll go a lap down under the exchange because your race leader is absolutely tearing it up. Must be a big fishing tournament coming up here for James Skelton as he is driving the wheels off that truck. Going to be 40 laps officially in the books. The pit road window is open here tonight for these drivers. When do they take advantage? Here comes A.J. Hamill. He'll come to pit road sliding the discount tire, number 22. He'll get a discount on tires as he comes down. It'll be 4 fresh Goodyear Racing Eagles and a full tank of Sunoco Racing fuel. Yankello still sitting in his pit stall here at the, yep, there he is. I was going to say midway down the front straightaway. There's a lot of damage on the right-hand side of that truck. Another driver coming down. Here comes the Ford of Jeffrey Souza. He'll hit pit road speed. It's a cool, calm 45 miles an hour. Bob Higgins will now try to make his way as he does enter pit road. Talked about pit road becoming busy. TJ Henson is the next driver to come in. As I think our cameraman, yeah, we get it. They're coming down for Sunoco Race Fuel. So Single, Hammett, and Mitchell are going to bring a bunch of drivers out of the lead pack here to pit road. This is the first pit stop of the evening here on lap number 43 for a lot of these drivers. Not able to make it to halfway, so this will be at least a 2-stop race. Race leader also now will come to pit road. James Skelton gives up the race lead. There's been 2 race leaders. There's officially now 3 race leaders here tonight as the Mike's Deviled Eggs. Number 62 of Ethan Troutman is the top spot right now. There you see him working down the back straightaway. I'm going to say, I believe it's about 90% of the drivers right now are on pit road. It is busy as Max Terriot came into his pit stall as Joshua Buckley was leaving. There's the 61 of Williamson. He'll find pit stall number 2. See everybody here. Let's see, James Skelton going to drop the jack and go. Skelton going to get out on a 14.9 second pit stop. So 14.9 for him. One driver hasn't come to pit road yet. That is Bruce Potter. There you see truck number 59. Potter started all the way back in 21st. It looks like he'll bring the quick lane entry to pit road this time. That'll turn things back over to the race leader. And that's going to be James Skelton. Skelton will retake the race lead when he comes back around here. A little bit of the running order has been jumbled up here after the first green flag pit cycle. You see it on the left-hand side of the screen. We're waiting for it all to really start to update. It's going to update this lap for you race fans. You're going to see where your favorite driver is running. We're doing a top 10 rundown here in just a couple of seconds. We already see the race leader of James Skelton. He came in with a 1.3 second race lead. That is now up to a 2.4 second race lead here for James Skelton. So that just shows you the kind of pace he has here tonight. He was about 2 seconds faster on pit lane than the driver that's running in P number 2. That is the number 6 of Chris Hammett. Hammett came in just outside the top 5. In the running order, he'll come out running P number 2. Shanika Single is back to running into the 3rd spot, right where that number 11 was running at the time of the green flag pit cycle. And how about Dalton Williamson? He'll lose a bunch of time. There you see the 61. He's back to running into the 4th spot. Just behind him, Jeffrey Souza continues to climb through the field. This is what champions are made out of. He won the championship last season, and he's the driver. Doesn't qualify always the best. But late in the race, don't look in the mirror, because you are going to see that number 4 getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The pit road police are out there, though, and they have nabbed, yep, the 42. Max Terriel just got nabbed for speeding onto pit road. As one driver in front of him, sliding. I believe that was TJ Henson. TJ, we have a yard crew. They cut the grass here for us. I'm telling you, my friend, you don't have to cut the grass, TJ. There you see the race leader going by TJ Henson right now, so Henson will go a lap down, running into the 20th spot. Take a look, out of turn 4, just like last time. He played the Houdini. He played Houdini. He was there, then he wasn't, then he was in the grass. James Skelton with his race lead. It has shrank from about 2.5 seconds down to just 2 seconds now, as Chris Hammett is out here trying to work his way a little bit closer and closer. Tim Combs looking to try and keep this position. There you see him. He's running into the 10th spot. Potter just in the 18, running 1 spot out of the top 10. Running back into the 11th as they're going to pass up to number 59. That is Bruce Potter. Potter is not on the lead lap as of right now. Potter is sitting 1 lap down, running 21st on the grid. This is the best battle we are watching right here tonight, as Combs, truck number 17, to the outside. A little slide job there by the number 18 of Trent Potter, so Potter will take the 10th spot back. Trent Potter came in as a rookie a couple of seasons ago, showed some flashes that, yeah, he had the speed, he could run towards the front, but never had the finishes that he was looking for at the end of races. This season so far, as we come into this race, he's finished 2nd, he's finished 6th, and he's finished 4th at Daytona. So he has not finished outside the top 10. He has qualified poorly, though. That was back at Daytona. Started 22nd in the Gen 4 Cup car. But since then, it's been a 4th and a 2nd in qualifying. So you want to talk about a driver that has really put a lot of time, a lot of effort into his racecraft to get better. That's the 18 of Trent Potter. Trying to work by another one of those drivers. That's A.J. Hamill. Hamill is running into the 9th spot currently in car number 22. There you see the discount tire entry. A.J. is not running a full schedule this year. It looks like he has missed, well, it's a partial schedule right now. He's missed 1 race. 1 driver onto pit road, though. Here comes the Turbo Dork Radical Paints number 98 of Ryan O'Donnell. This is not a scheduled pit stop, because if you do the math from here, Ryan O'Donnell cannot make it on fuel. Looks like they will put tires on the Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry, so the driver out of Canton, Michigan, not having a good day here. Looks like Ryan O'Donnell's team is actually going to pull him behind the wall here tonight at the Iowa Speedway. It's unfortunate for Ryan. The only bad thing I can say about Ryan is he's a Ford. He loves his Ford. He's a Ford lover. Ryan, anytime you need to get home, call me. My Chevy will be there for you, even if it's at the levee. Skelton still continuing to tear up the field. He's worked his race lead back to about a 2 1/4 second lead right now over Chris Hammett. There you see the one-time burger bar. Entry of Chris Hammett. Souza picking up a spot there from Zach Mitchell. So Souza inside the top 5 here. Michael Trevarthen's truck has not been the same since the opening laps of this race. The driver that qualified 4th ran as high as 2nd, now all the way back to running into the 8th spot. Looking at the lap times here for the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen, and yeah, it's fallen off already. Not even 20 laps into the run here on the number 2, and he is down 1 second from his quick lap here tonight. That Kubota Tractor's number 40. It's chug-a-lugging. It's not 5 miles an hour. It's actually right around, well, as he comes off the corner, 125 miles an hour. How fast does he get down the straightaway? Let's take a look. 151 miles an hour down the front straightaway for the number 40 of Rob Higgins. He's trying to get around Tony. I wonder who's going to win the battle here. Rob picked up a win on our Thursday night series back at the Charlotte Legends Oval as he was able to move Joshua Buckley out of the way on the final laps of that one and run away and hide. Or sorry, that was Joshua Buckley moving. I was thinking of last week when actually Rob Higgins paid back Joshua Buckley. Sometimes we get those a little bit confused, I guess you can say. For how many races we sit here and we get to watch and talk to the drivers and take in the racing abilities, I'm telling you, I'm surprised we're able to keep one race even in the back of our minds correctly. Souza still in this battle with Mitchell. Mitchell's not letting him run away. Just over halfway in this event here tonight, race fans. Skelton is the race leader. He has lapped the 18th place running truck there of Bob Higgins. There you see Higgins in the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, number 30. The Checkered Flag Auto Supply celebrating their 20th year in operation in the Ayer, Massachusetts area. A big-time sponsor here with the Red Light Racing Series. We got to thank Bob Higgins and his entire family and staff for their continued support here on a Monday and a Thursday night here with Red Light Racing. Bob, we thank you. And we thank your help also with the community up there. One of those small businesses owned by mom and pop, you know, those mom and pop shops? That's right, that's what the Checkered Flag Auto Supply is. They're the ones that sponsor all of our kids for their T-ball teams. Shanika single. Now trying to hold off Williamson. There you see Williamson down to the bottom. We saw Sean start to fade on the long run. Under the first round of green flag. Before the first round of green flag pit cycles. Will Shanika fade late in this one? How about Williamson? I thought he was going to be able to swing it to the outside there, and the truck got a little loose off the corner, and then I thought he was going to go underneath the 2-cent entry. See Sean's truck moving around. You see Dalton's truck moving around a lot too. We're about, call it 15 laps away from another green flag pit cycle. Maybe some of these drivers might short pit it. They need to get to around lap 82, so that would make sense. We pit it back around lap 42. So probably anywhere from 80 to about 86, you're going to see all these drivers be back on pit road again. Trent Potter just got around that number 2 of Michael Trevarthen, and we told you we'd get back to these rims here at some point. Michael Trevarthen here tonight driving that green machine, the green and black number 2 there that you see on the screen. Sometimes drivers say that there's the superstition about driving a green race car. It's not good luck. Well, what do they say about a green truck with chrome orange rims? You want to talk about something that doesn't match? Right there it is. It does not match for the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen, but I can guarantee you this. He can't see it from inside his truck, so he is not worried about it. Look at that. Get our camera guys to zoom it in there. You get a good look at the chrome orange rims on the number 2. Combs and Hamill back at it. Hey, A.J. Hamill's a golfer. Maybe Tim can throw a club at him. Uh-oh, Joshua Buckley in trouble. Buckley! Aye. Just kissed the inside wall. He's down on the apron right now. They're going to see if he can get it pointed in the right direction, and he does. He'll keep it down there, and he'll keep it going. But, man, what do you say? Let's watch it back. And yeet. Looks like Denny Hamlin this past week at Michigan. And you see Josh coming back over the grass, and the tires are now, oh, they got the no good stuff on them. Right on board with Buckley. Let's listen. He's got the Mario helmet on. Yeah, the tires just had too much junk on them. He's down on pit road right now with the number 13 machine, putting new racing rubbers on there. Not in the pit window right now. He cannot make it the rest of the way, I do not believe, on fuel. Williamson still trying to get around the number 11 of Sean Single. Max Terriot here tonight, still trying to rebound from his pit road penalty. Down 1 lap currently. When Max came to pit road, he got a pit road penalty issued to him. Unfortunately, had to spend 55 seconds in his pit stall, and that's what put him behind the 8 ball here tonight. He was running 4th when he came to pit road into the initial green flag pit cycle. Now back into the 20th spot. Brandon Feeney is in another battle. This time it's with the number 90, the Lego entry. That is Bill Benedict III. So Bill down to the bottom side. Maybe he can build something and push Feeney behind him. Feeney's truck has not been the fastest here tonight. He has continued to drop positions after working his way into the top 10 under the first stint of racing here tonight. See Feeney now falling back into the 14th position. The Mike's Deviled Eggs, number 62 of Troutman, trying to get that 6th spot from Jeffrey Souza. Souza was running in 5th. He fell back to 6th. Now Troutman trying to pick off another spot from him. 2 drivers out of tonight's event. Ryan Aldani being scored in 23rd, and Anthony Yankello, the driver out of Pennsylvania, the rookie, being scored in 24th place here tonight. Both drivers out of the event. Looks like Ryan Aldani is still down there in the garage area, but I believe he is absolutely going to be done here tonight. I don't think we're going to see the number 98 come back out here onto the track. As you see, the 62 has completed the pass there. That'll bump Jeffrey Souza back to running in 7th. Expect Souza to be one of the first drivers to start their way to pit road. You don't see it that time, possibly next time by. As I say, one of the first, and then A.J. Hamill, I see him peeling to pit road. So this should be Mr. Confusion's final trip to pit road. Let's see how he comes down into his pit stall. 45 miles an hour. Real nice and easy there. Chris Hammett. He's on pit road, so those are the first 2 drivers that have come. Here comes the 11. Oh boy, Sean. Sean in his 2-cent machine. Just almost wadded it up, and you could have bought it at a yard sale for 2 cents. Look at this. Let's watch this. Off of 4, trying to come in hot. Gets the commitment line, and then, yeah, hard left. I was going to say, let's see, as we ride on board, he was able to actually find his pit stall. Sean Single stop is done. 14.7 there for the number 11 of Mr. Single. We're in the midst of it right now. This is the final pit stop of the night. A lot of times they want to call it the money stop, if you will. If you make the mistake here, there's no rebounding. There's Mr. Murdoch. He's also coming to pit road. As you see him, he'll stop. Troutman also. So the 2 race leaders are still out there scouting, and I say that, and now here he comes. They'll try to hustle there with Brandon Feeney in front of him coming to pit road. Will Williamson come this time? And it does. Looks like Williamson way down early on the apron of turns 3 and 4. Didn't want to make the mistake, didn't want to miss it. So now all your race leaders are either on pit road. Oh, trouble! Out of turn 4. The yellow flag is waving A.J. Hamill. A.J. Hamill making contact. I believe that's the 99, the Canadian Tire entry. So the Discount Tire entry and the Canadian Tire entry having a little disagreement out there onto the raceway. And that's going to trap some drivers, laps down, and I believe there's one driver that didn't come to pit road yet, and that was Rob Higgins. This might still work out for James Skelton. I'm looking at it. He pitted. He did get his pit service done. So the running order is absolutely jumbled up. Let's pull that off the screen. Let's wait for that to all update and come back around. But what do you say we look back here? As Higgins will be the first one to come to pit road because I believe he's one of the only drivers that did not come to pit road. Let's take a look back here. What happened to A.J. Hamill? Looked like the 99 was trying to come to pit road. A.J. nowhere to go, right into the back of him. Right on board with A.J. Hamill. The 99 looks like he slowed and tried to get back down to the bottom side of the speedway to enter pit road. Unfortunately, A.J. Hamill was coming with a head of steam. So the running order is jumbled up. I'm being told it should be correct. So we'll throw it back on the screen for your race fans, and you can see where everybody is running. So James Skelton did come to pit road. The caution flag was thrown while he was on pit road. He is going to be scored as the race leader. Then you have 2 trucks out ahead of him. That is Brandon Feeney, and I believe that is the 97 of T.J. Henson. It is. Those 2 drivers should be able to pass and come around the pace car here, and that'll leave James Skelton to be able to pull up right behind. There you see the 13 of Joshua Buckley. He is being scored multiple laps down. And then you got Tony Strano. Strano is currently the first driver that is 1 lap down. We're going to have to wait to see how this all cycles through here. So I believe as long as Strano doesn't come to pit road, he should get a lucky dog. As it looks like he's going to come to pit road. Well, there goes that theory. We'll wait for another one to pop into my mind. And maybe that's why, because Roger was reading the timing and scoring wrong, race fans. Or maybe I was. I'm not sure. How do you read the ticker that keeps moving up and down with lap numbers, names, cars, and... Maybe I can't tell. But what I can tell you, race fans, is James Skell is your race leader here tonight at the Iowa Speedway. You are watching the 2-cent single 125 here from Iowa tonight. It is the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series presented by Red Light Racing right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. 24 drivers entered, and right now it looks like we still have 21 drivers out onto the raceway, with A.J. Hamill just retiring truck number 22. So if Joshua Buckley can finish 3 laps, it looks like he should be able to pick up that spot from A.J. Hamill. That'll bump A.J. back to running into the 22nd position. So it'll be A.J. Hamill, Ryan O'Donnell, and Anthony Yankello, the drivers that will be scored off the raceway and done here tonight at Iowa. Well, if you're confused, I'm confused. Race fans, your race leader by race control was just told to pass the pace car and join the back of the field, but so is the entire field. So we're going to throw the caution flag here. Get this all squared back away for yous. All these drivers were in the midst of that green flag pit cycle, so now the official scoring from our iRacing server is getting updated. So Scout want to hustle and bustle back around here. As I think race control might have been sleeping on that one. The green flag is back out here at Iowa. Hey, we're going to go with it. Being told the green flag is out. The 8 of Mitchell trying to pounce here. Now the caution lights are back on. And the caution lights are back on for the scoring issue that is going on. The official's late to react to that one, but we will get the yellow flag back out here. So the yellow flag is out due to scoring, not due to an incident out there onto the raceway. There you see your race leader. And while they sort this one out, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back here to Iowa for the 2-cent single 125.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're gonna lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
Well, how about we just come back live instead of watching that crash? We got the scoring all sorted out here tonight in Iowa. And we're just like that. Back to green flag racing. The alien of Mr. Wells out there tonight. Tuning in, not out here onto the Speedway, but that's all right because we got enough of the other aliens out there. Scouting out front here as he'll lead them down the back straight away. Look at Zach Mitchell trying to make a move on his teammate. That's number 11 of Sean Single right there to the outside. It's going to get tight off the corner. You saw Zach Mitchell lift it out of it. Brandon Feeney tries to cut the grass. Tries as in he was pointed in that direction and then thought, man, the lawnmower blades weren't engaged on the PTO. So he just gathers it back up. So it's Skelton, Williamson, Hammett, Single here with 25 laps to go in Iowa. Michael Trevarthen scraping the outside wall there. That'll open up the door for Zach Mitchell. Mitchell's got Trent Potter right behind him down around the bottom there. You see the number 18 machine. Last time by, James Skelton was able to lay down the fastest lap of the evening. There you see the Cayman Boats number 86 laying down a 23.84 second lap, the fastest we have seen all evening long. That time by, though, the fastest truck, it was the number 61. Galton Williamson was the fastest on the Speedway. So with just a handful of laps, I say a handful of laps, 22 to be exact, like A.J. Hamill's truck number. I believe that's the 99. Marco down off the pace just a little bit. He will be the first truck these leaders come upon. You see him just out ahead there. Look at this 3-wide battle back here. Max Terriel is running back here now into the 14th spot. He is the first truck 1 lap down. He's battling with the number 3 of Tony Strano. Strano's just 2 trucks separating the Lucky Dog spot. So Max has to run away and hide to make sure he gets the Lucky Dog position. 20 laps to go here at Iowa. The 2-cent single 125 as your race leaders are right there down the back straightaway. Just a truck length and a half separating first and second. They've started to run away from Chris Hammett. Dalton Williamson has never picked up a win. He's picked up championships and wins in every form on a Thursday night, but he has not ever picked up a win here on the Monday night series. And he is right there. He's making the outside work for him. Is Skelton playing a little bit of cat and mouse games right now with just 18 to go? He knows he has the fastest trucks. He's trying to save a little bit. Now they're just about side by side. How hard is Williamson willing to lean on the tires here? Both these drivers were in on lap number 87's full side by side at the line. It is still James Skelton by the splitter of that number 86, and they got that lap traffic just out ahead of them. So now Williamson wants to pounce before they get into that lap traffic. And now with the fresh tires on the truck, the inside lane is working for the time being. Tries to slide up, not going to be able to. Real close, almost contact. Maybe the 86 of Skelton caught the outside wall at the line. Williamson that time going to drive it in one lane off the bottom. See if it can stick, and he'll be sideways down there off the corner. Sideways for the 61 of of Williamson. Williamson to the outside. Skelton goes down to the inside that time through 3 and 4. 15 laps to go, and the battle for the race lead is a good one here, but so is the battle just behind them. There you see this battle. It's Sean Single in the 4th spot, and then the Hornets' nest behind him. Mitchell, Trevarthen, Potter, and Troutman all right here. Throw the blanket over these trucks, and I say that, don't even forget that Tim Combs is right there. Combs into the battle too. He's into the 9th spot. They go single file as Michael Trevarthen gives up the spot to the 62 of Troutman for the time being. Combs trying to keep the momentum up there, but it looks like it just rolled over on the right rear. For all the Richard Murdoch fans, he's right there. He's just behind the battle. There you see the 42 of Max Terriel also creeping into the picture frame. Not in the battle. He is a lap down. Combs now trying to utilize the inside in the Busch Light entry. This track tonight, we've seen the bottom groove work early, the middle groove come in, and then we've seen the high lane really work too. James Skelton was able to work the inside lane to perfection, though, to get the race lead, and since he has taken command here, he has really held on to this one. It'll be 11 laps to go at the line here for James Skelton. Can he pick up another win this season? We'll be 11 laps. Just under 10 miles of racing left around the cornfields here in Iowa. Skelton won the season openers back at Daytona. He picked up the throwback night at Darlington. And why not, well, here in Iowa? He coined the name 2-cent single, and that's what it is here tonight. Higgins battling back here. That's the Kubota number 40 of Rob Higgins battling with the Lego number 90 of Bill Benedict III. I missed something here tonight on lap number 90 and just noticing it now on the scoring. Remember, that was right around the time that everything got all glitched up and messed up here until the officials got them all sort of back out. The number 4 of Jeffrey Souza out of tonight's event. He's back into the 21st position, being scored out here tonight. So Souza, Hamill, O'Donnell, and Yankello out of here tonight. Murdoch trying to move forward too, as he's to the inside now, the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. Under 10 laps remaining here. Trying to wheel him and deal him here tonight for Mr. Murdoch. He's got the Adventure in Pixels on the quarter panels here tonight of that 0-1. He's up 4 spots from where he started this one here in Iowa. There's the race leaders into 1. Half a second is what separates Skelton now to Williamson. Sideways for Mr. Williamson. Dalton was letting it all hang out. One car down the back straightaway, I believe, scraping off a little bit of those deviled eggs. That was the number 62 of Ethan Troutman. He's able to keep it pointed in the right direction, though. Hey, why not? Rob Higgins, that's Brandon Feeney. They run side-by-side on a Thursday night. They run side-by-side here on a Monday night. You just cannot get these two apart from each other. The only way to keep them apart is to keep one in Canada and one in the United States. And I guess that's about how we're going to do it here, because there's Feeney going backwards as Higgins got around him. Now here comes Benedict down to the inside. Throw some Legos at him, Bill. 5 fingers in the air as everybody comes by, though. It's the hi, how are you? Just 5 laps to go, under 4 miles of racing here. It is still Skelton, Williamson, Hammett, Single, and Mitchell. Hey, here's a battle. It's not on the lead lap, but it's for the 16th position. That is TJ Henson trying to get around Bob Higgins. Can he do it? Can he keep it wound up? That Toyota. And I don't think I've seen anybody go that high here tonight for TJ Henson. 4 to go this time. It's 3 to go now as Skelton comes back across. He has a 1 second race lead over Chris Hammett. I'm sure at this point he just wants to go get that white flag here tonight. When we get the white flag, it's brought to us by the Feeney call. We just got to get the 1 to go marker. Murdoch trying to get around Combs yet. Old popsicle sticks are up into the air. It'll be just 2 more times around. Max Terry up there looking to the inside of the 0-1. Now to battle for position. Remember, Max is back running into the 14th position. This time out of turn 4, it'll be the white flag brought to us here tonight by the Feeney call. Final trip around. Skelton looking to pick up his 3rd win of the season. He has 34 career wins here with Red Light Racing. He'll make 35 as he comes out of turn 4. He'll win tonight here in the cornfields at Iowa. It'll be James Skelton, Dalton Williamson, Chris Hammett, Zach Mitchell, and Shanika Single coming across the line in the top 5 positions here, as James Skelton is the first driver to 3 wins. There he is in the Cayman Boats, number 86. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, the Shiny Things podcast. Remember, race fans, to find the Shiny Things over on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, and iHeartRadio Podcast. It's the little shiny thing on your mind in the moment to grab your attention, like the attention onto the racetrack here tonight for James Skelton, picking up his 3rd win of the season, his 35th career win with the series. As he does the celebrating down there, race fans, we'll take a quick step away here, and we'll be back here to Iowa to wrap things up.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to the cornfields in Iowa here tonight for the 2-cent single 125, and I can tell you, nobody cashed in those 2 cents here tonight, not even Sean himself. But what we did cash in is 125 laps here in the cornfields in Iowa, and we have a winner. So what do you say we stop listening to me and we listen to the drivers here tonight and the top 3 here tonight, as our post-race show is brought to us by Shiny Things. Well, what's the shiny thing? It's the driver that is finishing first here tonight. And what do you say, James Skelton? P1 again.
Yeah, Roger, good start to the season so far. That it just kind of fell my way. Had some, pretty good pace, early on, and then I was just really saving my tires once I got out front. And on that middle stint, like Hammett was just hanging with me, and I think his tires were a little bit older, and I was thinking, man, was I doing something wrong? And then I finally was able to gap a little bit at the end, and then Dalton, man, he really made me sweat. Since we had, a little over 25 laps, I was trying to save tire a little bit, and then he was just getting some really, really good runs through 1 and 2, and he raced me super clean, but there's a few times that he had a good run and had me pretty tight to the wall, and I was just hoping that, I can just keep him down there, and luckily it worked out.
This track here tonight, we saw it go through a transformation. We've seen the inside lane early be good. We saw the middle lane then work in, and then the outside, and then some drivers, including yourself, were able to make that bottom lane work on a long run. How did this track out there feel other than like it was driving through a cornfield?
It's funny, Roger. No, yeah, the bottom line was the line to run. You just had to have a lot of patience going through the middle of the corner. You're literally out of the gas, and you're just literally just waiting for the truck just to roll and finally point. I actually got that line from Trevarthen last night, and after the practice race, I watched this line. I've never ran such a shallow entry into one before, and I did a little practice earlier. Did 20 laps on the bottom, 20 laps on the top, and my tire wear was considerably better on the bottom. So if I could, I wanted to run the bottom. I think for a few laps you could have really, really good pace on the top, but you're just going to burn your tires up there.
Well, what do you say we forget these ovals and the cornfields and we head to wine country? And no, I'm not talking Sonoma. I'm talking about heading to Watkins Glen. What do you think when we head there next week for the Max and Tony's Collision Center 30 at Watkins Glen?
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be racing for second, maybe even third, because it'll probably be a Mitchell Max shootout is what it'll probably be. They'll probably gap the field by 30 seconds, and then I'll be just racing hopefully for third. So, maybe they'll tangle with each other earlier, like the the sponsor is with Tony and Max getting into it. So maybe they'll get into each other early, and then I could have a chance. But no, I like Watkins Glen. It's a good track to me, but I'm considerably behind those guys. So we'll put some time in, and we'll see what happens.
Well, let's let you get out for that walk so you can get back into the simulator. So let's roll this red carpet out for the third time here this season. As you're in victory lane, who do you got to thank once again?
Yeah, Roger, thank you for everything you do. I'll definitely check the broadcast out tonight. You do a phenomenal job, Josh and Richard, for everything they do to put this league together. All the drivers, first running a short track and only having one caution, and just the way I heard off the radio, it seemed like it was guys getting on pit road. So super clean racing. I want to thank Dalton for racing me super clean. He had a really good hot rod. I don't know if I should give a shout out to the 6, because he was, before the interview, he was kind of talking dirty to me. So I don't know, it was a good run for him. And thanks, Sean, for putting the sponsor of this race, and then all the fans and all of our sponsors. And I'll see everybody next week.
Well, the best part of tonight, race fans, is he coined the saying 2 cent single, and he wins it here tonight in Iowa. That is James Skelton walking away here tonight with the victory, his 3rd win of the season. The driver that'll finish second, well, Dalton, I'm looking at it, and the caution came out. You were on pit road. I thought you were going to be the race leader. What do you think happened out there?
I went too early there at the end of the race. I should have waited. I slid it, and as soon as I slid, I knew Skeleton was gone.
What did you need to do here other than not slide that one here tonight? Because this hot rod, it looked like this was the best piece we've had here on Monday night in a very long time.
Really just save the tires underneath it and not overdrive it, and really not slide it.
Really not slide. I don't know how to do that as I've raced those dirt cars. You got to slide it. This track surface here tonight, though, very bumpy, or is it smooth like my dome?
1 and 2 real bumpy, 3 and 4 real smooth.
So what do you think if we had the repave here, like they did in real life? What do you think that would have raced like?
Probably still would have been pretty bottom heavy, I would assume.
So catfishing all night. James Skelton's pretty good at that, is what I'm understanding. Do you think tonight, if we would have had a late race yellow, say a green-white checker, do you think he had enough left in the 61 to go up there and battle the boatman?
Maybe. It's tough to say. He's tough to beat. Him, Max, all normal front guys are tough to beat. It's tough to say.
Well, then, if it's tough to say, how about looking at the schedule coming up here? Watkins Glen, New Hampshire, or Indianapolis? Where are we going to find you?
In the back at Watkins Glen, and pretty good at the circles.
Well, hey, keep making those left-hand turns. You're doing a pretty good job at it. Who's on the side of the number 61 that you probably don't have to think?
First and foremost, EPI, Platinum RV Services, Turn 3 Racing Network for all the broadcast work you guys do, Josh, Skelton, and all the admins, and Red Light, and Checkered Flag Auto Supply.
There you have it. Go ahead. You got one more?
And Review Sports.
Yeah, can't forget those guys down there. You guys are a little crazy sometimes. There you go, the guy that makes the left-hand turns and pushes the accelerator. For a second-place finish tonight, Mr. Williamson. How about third place? And how about it, Mr. Burgerman? A pretty good hot rod here tonight, just not good enough to go up there and battle for the win.
Yeah, just didn't quite have the pace. If I felt like if I was faster than them, I burnt the tires up, or if I tried to manage them, they just kind of slowly inched away. So, we got probably, 3 seconds or so behind James on that first run, and then we pitted, and I made the decision I was going to go try to run him down, and it worked there for a little bit, and then he started to gap us. So I don't know how our short pitting strategy would have worked there without that caution, but when we got down to that last restart, we had just those couple extra laps on the tires, and I knew we weren't going to have much for him. As James was alluding to, I was really hoping for some contact with the 86 and the 61. That would have worked out great for me. James has won enough already this year. Nobody likes to see the same person win every week, so I was hoping that would happen. But still a good run, third place finish. We had a rough past couple weeks, so we needed a good solid run tonight, and we'll take a P3, move on to the Glen.
Did you pull the old strategy out, though, like from Austin Dillon's crew chief yelling into the radio, wreck him, wreck him? Did you try that for Williamson to Skelton?
I was trying to send the subliminal messages to the 61. It just didn't quite work. I gotta practice my Jedi mind tricks or something over the week. See if I can make more things happen that I need to happen. If I can get that done, I'll win a lot more races.
I have a feeling you can, but what do you say? A good run for you here tonight. It's great for the points, and we'll let you go work on that Jedi mind trick. It's not going to work on me. It's just going to bounce off the Chrome Dome. So what do you say? Who's on the side of this awesome-looking number 6?
Well, first and foremost, I gotta thank my awesome fiance for letting me come back here and do this. I forgot to thank her at Daytona, and I got in a lot of trouble. So thank you, Ashley. I love you, baby. Gotta thank all the guys at 4X Racing, Sean, Zach, and Ryan. We would have 3 top 5 finishes tonight, so that's awesome as a team. Definitely have to pick Zach's brain when I have some time this week, see if I can learn some of those Watkins Glen secrets that he has. Always the one-time burger bar for being on the hood of it. We're still working on trying to open that second location, so I'll let y'all know whenever that happens. Obviously, all the admins, Josh, Richard, and James for doing an awesome job. You, Roger, for the broadcast are fantastic. Just everyone's really great in this league. We had a really nice race tonight. I would like to see maybe a late race restart, maybe come get some tires and rip the top and see what we had. But hey, we'll take third. We'll move on. Try to keep all 4 wheels on the pavement next week at the Glen.
Well, there you have it. Chris Hammett here tonight. Looking forward to heading to Watkins Glen to see if he can keep it out of the gravel traps there in New York. So with your race winner here tonight picking up his 3rd race win of the season, no new drivers are safe. No new drivers are locked in. Those points are still going to be up in the air because now at this point we're just about halfway. Next week, once we hit the twists and turns up there in New York, that'll be the halfway in the regular season. What's left in the regular season? Well, Watkins Glen. Then we have New Hampshire, Indianapolis, Charlotte, North Wilkesboro, and we will wrap things up at the, very interesting Bristol Motor Speedway. Those are the races that are left in the regular season, so we hope you're going to join us, race fans, to finish out the regular season and go into those playoffs because it's going to be a good one as you see the competition here on Monday night. But that's going to about do it for us here tonight in Iowa. For everybody at the 2 cent single, backing, along with Red Light Racing, Checkered Flag Auto Supply, the Feedy Call, and along with our friends over at the Shiny Things Podcast. I'm Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network. We hope you enjoyed tonight's virtual show here from Iowa. And until we catch you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.